We're live.
Excellent. Hello, world. The Pod Liquor Concept demo team is back again doing what we do, which is tracking the mojo phenomenon, the human quality phenomenon, and sharing the methodology we use to do so. All right, so we got a little bit of a late start today, so we're going to skip our fundamental portion, which focuses on collaging, and go right into the intermediate portion, which is our weekly quiz, where the team had a week to look at 5 to 10 samples that have previously not been read, and see what they could get the answers for them. And now we're going to come together and see what our cohesion of opinion accuracy is. The most challenging samples the team will spend some time reviewing. The sample this week came from Najee Mitchell. And then we'll also be doing an advanced portion where the team will do a live read in real time. And you can hear how they talk back and forth to each other, inquiries they make, assertions they make, various things they're weighing in their mind's eye. And that is the same thing that each individual mojo reader is doing on their own. So really good for everyone to pay attention to that. And the sample for that will come also from Mitchell if he is here today. If not, we'll grab someone else. All right, introductions, we'll get started. I am Najee Coach.
I am Shailene.
Oh, I am Najee Ben.
And this is Najee Glenn.
Take it away, Charlene.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, so very interesting quiz.
I know there's some echo. Is that coming from my end possibly, or is that someone else's end?
I can't hear it on my end, but
I'm hearing it too, actually, quite a bit.
Oh, okay,
I have headphones on, so
it might be
it might be your end.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be actually Jalene's end because I have headphones in as well, but they don't.
Oh.
Is my guess, but it's not necessary. I mean, Coach and Jalene are in the same Hangout, so we kind of have to do it this way, I guess. So it's bearable. It's not like a huge deal or anything. So.
Okay.
Well, there's no echo now. I don't hear anything.
And I'm also not getting any echo right now either, so it's
All right.
Cool. But it was a tough quiz. I thought it was pretty interesting. A lot of interesting samples.
Yeah, for sure. So
we're gonna be. Yeah, I just want to say for people who are watching, we're gonna be skipping the collage because we're starting a little bit late. So we're just gonna go straight into the mojo reading, and then we'll do the live reading. Yeah.
Yep.
So no Act 1 portion today, guys.
Indeed.
Yep. All right, so jumping right into it, the first sample is Jessie Jane McParland, child martial arts performer. And before we go into the guesses, one thing that I'll point out here that we, as a protocol that we've decided to institute is going forward, any child or elderly samples where, you know, like if they're elderly, like when they have the footage and you can't see anything from them younger, they those samples need to go in as optional.
Should we perhaps institute a definite age range? That could be interesting. I mean, it seems like
under 16. What do you think?
Under 6.
Yeah, under 16, over 65.
Under 16 and over 65, those have to go as optional.
That's nice. I mean, it's like we don't have to institute a definite one, but I don't know. It seems
so
like a good opportunity too, I guess.
So yeah, like if you can't drive, you can't be, you can't be.
Right.
It can't be a required sample because it adds a modifier, the difficulty modifier that I think as a required sample for the community, it's much
age. Yeah, it plays.
It does add a much higher difficulty modifier. Yeah, but for this week we'll move forward with it. So Glenn, what was your guess for Jessie Jane?
For her, I said the Najee. I don't know. She was kind of tricky for me. She's a child, so it's kind of hard. But she's also quite developed in certain, you know, like martial arts and stuff. So I don't know. I thought Najee.
Yeah. How about you, Ben?
I wasn't really too sure either. I was kind of considering both the Najes. I went with Najee, but I could have easily seen Najee or something else as well. So.
Yeah, it's tough. Ademus went with Najee. I went with Jinai, and Mitchell went with Najee as well.
Yeah, tough. I think it's a Najee though.
Najee, okay, yeah. I was
wow.
Effective,
Oh,
but
okay.
I wasn't necessarily seeing Gumby in her hands because it's like, so that was a tough thing.
Yeah, and some kids are really like like kids I find kind of challenging in that way because like they sometimes can be like really kind of big-eyed and cute, but maybe they aren't like, you know,
Yeah, necessarily.
that can kind of throw me off sometimes.
Mojo.
I saw it just now. The Maddie Ziegler thing.
Yeah.
With the Gina, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, that's why I was with Gina. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, Mitchell.
We should the first one.
We just did the first one, and we instituted like a protocol going forward with quizzes that any samples under 16 and over 65 that they because they add a difficulty modifier, that those should go in as optional samples going forward. But yeah.
Fair enough.
So, but for the samples this week, for the first one, Jessie Jane, she's knee shy. Cool. So I know we'll want to go over her. Yeah. But it sounds like you got her, right, Glenn? You got knee shy.
Yeah, I somehow was able to get her, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But Gina is an interesting, I didn't even consider that. I wish I did, though. That would have been
There was tone in her eyes. But, all right, so next up, we have Steve Omohandro, a physicist, dynamical systems theorist, and AI researcher. What'd you guess for him, Glenn?
For him, I said Zaini, but yeah, again, I'm not sure.
I also guess Zaini.
Okay.
I said Naji. Sorry, I should go last.
Yeah, no worries. Adima said Zaini. I went with Naiji, and you sounds like you went with Naiji.
Yeah.
What does this guy look like?
Steve.
Yeah, I kind of forgot how it looks like too.
Naiji, lots of Zai.
Yeah, that's toughy. Those are toughy because he even had like this thickness to his voice or something
Yeah, the tower tunnel, right? It kind of had like something like that.
But then I was seeing emotiveness. I thought in the cheeks.
Yeah.
So that's where I was like, okay, maybe not.
I mean, Brian Kibler a little bit.
Yeah, I think that the tower tunnel that was actually not real genuine tower tunnel. I think that was actually him using his Zai a lot, making bringing down his G a little bit, giving that kind of like.
It was
sound.
like that permafrost effect where like their cheeks almost like look and sound like super like cool like naturally, but really that's just like years of like just chilling stone face for an IG.
Yeah.
It has like this like effective like permanent like ish effect on their vocal patterns and So.
Yeah, it's kind of like becomes like a kind of chronic thing. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Until they become conscious of it.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so next then, Marina Whitman, economist, former chief economist of General Motors, and daughter of polymath John von Neumann. What was your guess, Glenn, on her?
I said Zenai, but she was one of the hardest for me. I really don't know.
It's tough. How about you, Ben?
I guess Nizi.
I also wait, never mind.
So Adima said Vaiji. I went with Vaiji on her.
I could see any of those. I went with Nizi myself, but
Which one's he look like?
Marina Whitman.
That's what I'm thinking. It's
Wait.
Zenai.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
She's a Zenai?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought that was pilot face.
All right. Now, Ted Honderich, philosopher of mind and logic, advocate of determinism. What was your guess on him, Glenn?
Yeah, I said Zaini for him. But I was thinking the Jez Hunters too, quite a bit. And also the Nizai.
How about you, Ben?
I guess Zaini.
Okay. Adimas guessed Zaini. I went with Naishi. What was your guess?
I guess Zaini.
I see him. I think this. Sorry, these. Tiny he is.
Ah, nice. Good job, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, I got one right.
Okay, last of the required samples, Eugenia Chang, mathematician, pianist, and popularizer of mathematics. What'd you guess on her?
Well, I'll tell you what I wanted to guess was the Ni Zhai. That was like, I wanted to make that fit, but then I was like, I don't know. It felt like Xenai was probably the better choice, so I went with that.
Okay. Ben?
This was pretty tough for me. I guess Nizai, but I can see a lot of different possibilities.
Ademus went with Xenai. I also went with Xenai on her, but I could see the Nijai.
I went with Z9.
I believe this is Nijai.
Is it?
Oh,
But she holds
way to get checked.
Her energy's pretty bobbly. We'll look at her.
Okay.
Yeah, she has she has a lot of really good energy. I like her energy quite a bit.
Did you see her pie video? Like,
Yeah, I saw quite a bit. I saw her pie video. I saw her pasty flake video.
Like,
I saw.
Like that's why I couldn't like shake the Ni Alpha like thing, like or Ni Mojo in general, because it just seemed like right. It's just
Okay.
Yeah.
She's very bouncy and cheerful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Alexander Bard.
You seem more like choppy, but
Take a look.
okay. All right. Alexander Bard, philosopher and activist, author of Syntheism. What was your guess on him, Glenn?
For him, I said Naiji, but I was really considering the Zaini and also the Vaiji a bit too.
How about you, Ben?
I guess Naiji.
Okay. Adimas. Skip that one. I went with Nijai. What'd you say, Mitchell?
I said Naishi.
This one, the dude in the chair all the time.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
See, it's chair dude.
Chair.
No, not him. He's the one that's bald and has the beard.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
You guess Nishai?
Yeah, I did.
Got it.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
What?
Like
That's
efficient,
crazy.
like, seems
I can see that. That's probably.
I was actually
So-
that's what I was mostly between.
barrel sparkly, kind of like the
The Ni Alpha.
on he riffed me a little bit of the guy from what's the show with Mythbusters, but in a like a more chipper,
Chip away, yeah.
positive way.
Right. I thought he had like a little bit of like a dissatisfaction to him because it seemed like some of his videos were like that, but yeah.
Yeah. So he does. I think have some sort of like.
Those hands of Gumby.
Yeah.
And his eyes all twinkly.
All right.
His eyes do kind of. Maybe he has a lot of eye or something, which I mean wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of
Or kind of a look to him that's more like I guess that's more I guess perhaps intense than usual. In kind of a in the shy way.
Developed modulation.
Yeah, so we'll go over him too for sure. So we'll have several to look over afterwards. All right, Becca Thomas, writer, artist, scholar of J.R. Tolkien, romantic philosophy, imaginal ecology, and archetypal cosmology. What was your guess on her, Glenn?
I want to say Nijai, I even consider the Jaini, but I went with the Naiji.
Okay. What'd you say, Ben?
She was...
Oh, I said I passed.
Oh, you passed. Okay. Adima said Nijai. I went with Nijai. How about you?
I said Nishai.
Nishai it is.
I knew it.
Glenn, you had a little bit today of like, I wanted to be Nijai so bad, it's got to be wrong. I did myself all the time. I'm like, I think she's really, really cool. You know what? I'm probably going to misread it. That's why, and then I said,
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Rupert, investigative journalist and conspiracy theorist. What did you guess on him, Glenn?
I think he's a Zenai, but I did consider the Nijai a little bit.
How about you, Ben?
I guess Zenai.
I passed on this one. He's really, I just couldn't get a read on him. How about you, Mitchell?
What about Adimas?
Dimas, he skipped all the rest of them.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Z9.
Zenai he is.
Good guesses, guys. All right. Deborah Harkness, novelist, scholar, wine enthusiast. What'd you guess for her, Glenn?
I think she is a Nijai, but I did consider the Naiji and the Jaini too.
Watch, she won't be.
How about
I'm just kidding.
I passed on the other two.
you? Okay. I went with Zenai on her, although I considered Nijai. I went with Zenai.
Oh.
I said Nijai.
Z9.
Zenai. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insanity.
There are a lot of Z9 female writers.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them get into real romancy stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Maya been covering that for a little while now.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That trend surprised me too.
A last sample, Jiddu Krishnamurti, philosopher and spiritual teacher. What'd you go with on him, Glenn?
I would said Naiji, but strongly considered the Zaini and the Vaiji.
Ben, did you guess on him?
I
I think
passed.
that he passed.
Pass on him? Okay, I went with Naiji on him too. How about you, Mitchell?
I said Naishi.
Is this chairman?
I don't know who chairman is.
I think it's chairman.
Let's see,
It's the one
Jiddu.
that
I think he was sitting in a chair in a lot of the videos.
yeah, just say, this is Ziny.
Oh, is he?
I
Okay.
believe so.
And
Oh wow.
Ziny, guru type. Yeah, without this localized, doesn't move around his mouth much.
interesting, yeah.
He was tough though, because he didn't really move hardly at all.
Right, that made it tough.
Especially because I was going between IG and Ziny. I really want to look at his digits more, but I do believe I'm seeing Ziny there.
All right. Well, we have lots of samples to go over.
It was actually cute because I was looking for subtle ones on him. It was actually a cue that I noted that I don't know if we actually mentioned before, and it's one that Demas does. When you go into his chair, it's one of the few movements you see him do. He do this thing where he perch on his hands and he'd almost be totally balanced on just his hands, and then he'd incrementally move his buttocks in just the right spot, and then it's like very precise way of sitting down in just the right spot.
Oh, that's cool.
Talent.
It is. I think actually you might even see Jim Parsons doing that sometimes. Getting to his favorite seat in the couch. Big Bang Theory.
And it's like getting into that like precise position doesn't seem like it's requiring a lot of like exerted effort, right? It seems like it's just very natural.
It's really weird. It's very
The way they do it.
Elegant kind of move. They perch on both their palms on the chair, and then their balls of their feet, and in just those 4 points, they kind of like just rock right to the spot and then lower very lightly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like C3PO in a way. I don't know.
Yeah,
For some
Designing
reason.
as well,
Who was
yeah.
his NA? So there you go.
Very good. It's cool.
Okay. So I think we got lots of them to go through. First one being the first sample, Jessie Jane McParland. So Glenn, you can lead us through this, and Coach also, love to hear your thoughts. So let me load up a video.
A lot of you guys guessing Naiji, right?
And I said Jinai.
So
Yeah, she is very fierce, I guess. Like, and she has a lot of intensity to her. I think
Yeah,
that's.
a lot of poise, also like Coach said, which because it seemed almost like she was doing boundary setting, which was what led me towards directive. But
she was definitely very measured in her answers. Like she's like, I'm a grown up. You know what I mean? She was definitely going for that. I'm a grown up.
does anyone need links to the videos, by the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some links.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll post it on chat.
I don't know if I'll be able to get on chat. The same thing that we did last time. You...
I gotta go find it. Just a second.
Got to get those uniform resource locators.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh, and Mitchell, do you have a library for us?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I found this. Let me send it to. Mitchell, do you also need the link to the video, or are you good?
Yeah, that'd be nice if you could. For some reason, my YouTube's not working too well.
Okay, cool.
works. Nothing ever does.
Bear with me a second here. Alright, Glenn, I sent it over to you, and
Right. Ooh.
She'll also send it over to you.
It's instantaneous. Like you were saying it, and then I heard it. Then I got it. Got the message right then and there.
The magic of Google.
Oh, you're saying via
Kung
Google?
Fu Kingdom dedicated to the martial arts. Yeah, she kind of reminded me a little bit of that one actress that does the dancing and stuff in Saya's videos. The little kid.
Yeah, but that's
Natalie,
actually Gina.
She's actually a Gina.
Oh, she's a Jinai. Never mind then.
Oh, and just Glenn, that was actually what had me and Jilene wondering if she was a Gina. And actually, Jilene did guess Gina. But I thought the same. I was like, she reminds me of her a lot. But things like that.
Right.
Okay, so tell us what you're seeing then that leads to Nijai then.
Okay.
Instead of Shinai.
Okay. Right there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you freeze frame her at any points, if she's talking, constant downward turns on the corners of the mouth, more energy in lower lip, and this. And when she's listening to questions, the eyes get very bright.
Portugal, Los Angeles.
Heaviness in the voice is shy.
She doesn't have any sort of like with like nothing. I was able to note that she was very much the receiving interviewer and their questions.
And that kind of shy, kind of like humming that goes on in the articulation, and does a lot with like unaware rolling of the lips, lip smacking, pursing of the lips, and things like that.
And articulation does not come easy for her. It's definitely modulation.
Well, but I thought, I mean, when I don't know, because when they're children, they may not have their thoughts as articulated, like, or formed. Even pilot, I don't. So I guess that's where. Yeah,
I see what you're saying, but I do think the labor is not just the age, but also the fact that it's modulation. And she has this slightly, for lack of a better term, poignant's probably the right word, but another thing that might be evocative for you guys is slightly pained. She has a slightly pained expression whenever she's receiving. And then she kind of like purses her shy mouth together, well, and then she answers.
There was one dude, a little kid, that was sent as a request or something, I think on the forum once. He was a Zenai. He was a little young kid, and he was on the Ellen show. I'm not sure if you guys remember. Yeah, I remember when his articulation was like so like ba 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 ba, like he was on it. Yeah. I can definitely see like a comparison here. Not saying that Nijai or adaptives can't be good at articulation at a young age, but it's I think on average, and it isn't quite the same. And there's always going to be the natural fact that modulation.
One that reminded me of that actually is Alice Roberts, that Nijai, I think does a lot of those different documentaries,
right,
whatnot. She reminds me a bit of her that, and she actually has quite good articulation, Alice Roberts. But there's this, and there's something with this and that, and she's talking very technical about Neanderthals, whatever. But there's like this shy humming over all the words, and she has it here too. It's Jessie Jane McParland. So that even if she was talking faster, I think there's still gonna be that.
Yeah. I see what you're. There's like an awe, like they're kind of like being swept away by it a little bit as well at the same time.
Exactly, that's very good point. They're kind of being they're riding it as they're doing it. Now right here I'm at like 238. She keeps doing this thing where she kind of like looks a little bit like she got hit, like with her. Like it's maybe pain is the wrong word, but sort of like catching energy or almost surprise. There's like a mode of
there's like a little moment of like exhilaration, right? A little, I think
exhilaration of wow or whoa or okay,
like a cold breath of air like hit their face all of a sudden.
Yeah. To me, it's like an intake of air.
Yeah. I totally see that. Some good cue.
Yeah, line in the lower lip. Yeah, and that thing too is the Jinai children, even when they're this young, they tend to still have that more macking quality because it's innate. She looks a bit unsure of how things are going emotionally.
Yeah.
Like she kind of like right there, she just kind of responded to their inquiry, just mm-hmm, and affirmative, and then she looked kind of afterwards like, was that right? Was that?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Man, that's I'm learning a lot here. And making a lot of connections as far as like experiences I've had. Usually, well, sometimes we'll just like kind of say that like I get it, but then they're kind of looking at you, and you can kind of feel like they don't really get it. Then you kind of like explain.
Yeah.
It's like, do you understand? Yeah. No, I think you're kind of maybe confused about this bit. It's like, yeah, I kind of am.
I look up to each
Yeah, more moding on the pause. But her poise, very tricky.
Yeah.
But like here, now switch to the eyes. I'm at 345. That's underwater. If you want to see the classic objective going underwater when they're doing subjecting, that's what it looks like right there.
Yeah, she definitely looked objective to me.
Gotcha. But no light, otherwise I'm guessing Naiji.
Yeah.
You guys see those things you were thinking Naiji? That is underwater. That's an objective going underwater for 1,000 yards
She's
there.
pointing out 345.
345.
Yep, I actually have the YouTube thing up. I can see it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I was saying more. Yeah, for Mitchell, I think he had a clip.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Are we
so-
good? Are we good on her?
Mitchell and wait, are Mitchell and Glenn on a different?
Yeah, they're doing their own.
They're watching.
We're watching
Okay.
independently.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Are we good on her? Because we have several more to do. Yeah, but I don't
I'm
mind going
good.
more. You good? Yeah. She was tricky, and the fact she like never moved from her upright, steeple
Yeah.
hand position, that was tricky.
Jesus.
Okay. Does anyone care to look over Steve Almohandro? Who? I think a couple of us may have gotten that one as Naiji. I think some people guessed Ziny for him. Steve.
Yeah, I guess Ziny for him. So
What would you guess, Ben, for Steve?
I think. Wait. Who else guessed? I think. Didn't only one person get Naiji, or am I wrong?
Well, that's what I'm trying to assess. I don't know. I got Naiji. So
Did anyone
So
else
Naiji.
guess Naiji? Okay, so it'll be Mitchell and Jalen, I think.
okay. Do we want
Maybe
half
one.
and half? Maybe another one that was. How about Marina Whitman? Who got her as Sinai?
Just Glenn.
I got her as Xenai.
All right.
Okay, let's do her. Yeah, because we have several that.
I think for a lot of people guessing hunters.
Yeah, I said Vizy.
Yeah, Ben and I guessed Nizy, so we were pretty close.
I was considering the Nizy too a bit myself because she's very poised. She doesn't really have a lot of movement to her, I guess. But the head and the fact that she has like unhooded eyes, it kind of like was something that I felt like I couldn't ignore. And the emoting, it wasn't going up, but it seemed like it was even more not going up than a Nizy. It was more localized.
Let's go and get some time coding on that, Glenn, for everyone.
Okay. Yeah, let
Sure,
me.
let's get the video up.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Jalen.
Yeah, those things that I was noticing as well.
All right.
Very stately.
Into it. Yeah. Okay, so I fast forwarded to 4 minutes 55.
4 minutes 55.
What her father was.
Yeah, that's also something I was wondering about. I was trying to I was a little bit confused about what her father could possibly be and what that could possibly mean for what her mojo could be. But then I kind of had to put that on the burners and just kind of forget about that and just focus on her.
You definitely don't want to use that too much. But I'm nonetheless curious.
She has a lot of full face forward contact as compared to an IZ.
Or even a Vizy, which was what I
Right,
had.
any of the hunters. She's very stately, very controlled, but she, I can tell she's actually holding her animation down. She actually now she's moving her upper body a bit just from talking, and she's holding it from doing more so. And she keeps pretty frontal contact with her face. Cheeks forward, eyes forward, chin forward.
Everyone, I'm sure, is going to want to know about the time that you spent with your father and your memories of him. But let's start with your mother and your father, because your mother was...
She's also got the power head. I mean,
She has a pretty powerful head.
it's confusing the fact that she just stays so still, and that makes you want to think like, oh, natural state refrainment. But no, she is just focused on her face and her head to sort of like get across her Z articulation, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was going with a little bit of like Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
Thatcher and CZ9.
Oh, wait, is she Z9?
CZ9, is she?
I
Okay.
think she is. That's a good riff.
My cue.
I think it is.
Just gone with that then.
Very good. I guess today is the hard day.
Margaret Thatcher, yeah.
Downward turn, smile, which is I think everyone was seeing that. It's definitely localized.
Yeah.
He wanted my mother to come in, obviously, that getting married.
She also has things toward the Z alpha, where their face is forward and they kind of these like shrug offs. Well, you know how this is, or they kind of just like so they're trying to like these shakes to the side.
Oh,
Like also a bulldog or a dog like shaking a bone or something in their mouth.
then they kind of like just like kind of shake around with it.
Is it that that makes her more muted?
So
Moding was definitely not going up for her.
politics is considered, more stately, unseemly.
You're articulate and yeah. That was,
We need about 50 minutes or so for the live read, so let's do maybe one more, maybe two more if we have time.
okay, so
We were wondering about Eugenia Chung, right?
yeah,
For Xenai.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to cover her.
Eugenia Chang, yeah.
Popularizer of math, the cook that creates pastries.
The penis thing, I do think, I don't know if we have any Xenai pianists. I mean, it's a little...
There was one Nijai penis.
Yeah, we do have a
I looked at
Nijai
that.
penis. That's my point. Yeah.
I was like wondering on that. I was like, could that possibly mean
Can't be
something?
a Xenai because I could only have the first one.
The one Nijai pianist is going to come back to haunt you.
I think because she's Asian that I think I got a little bit confused about her cheeks a little bit. I think,
This is not the
and then
best.
reading the Z
Okay.
correctly.
How about Colbert?
Let's see.
This isn't really this isn't the same pie video that I was referring to before, but oh well.
Right.
The Colbert one was funny as hell.
The Colbert one. I'm doing.
He's like, I'm scared of you.
A
The
run
moment
for
she-
butter.
From the moment she first starts talking, she's like takes the stage.
Okay, coach.
All right.
You can increase the sound there.
Okay, even here, when we're at 50 seconds, they're actually doing like a light mock combat. Okay, the wrists, the shoulder pull back, even the way she scrunches her neck in, it's all yin. And this is an opportunity actually for Yang to actually come out more. She's actually quite yin in these strokes, as is he, which is funny.
It means taking very simple ingredients like we have here, butter and flour. Very complicated.
So I think the point of least, or probably the best thing we covered is values-based versus logic-based, because
Yeah.
we actually all guess logic-based, even though
I think
he's high.
directed versus adaptive and logic versus values.
Okay, so I took through something about math.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, her gesture,
What is that?
hand was loose.
It looks good. What is it?
It's exactly like
Even
that.
she's pointing.
1,000 layers. You see it by
Yeah, she's a little bit too crazy for a Xenai, right?
The,
The crazy
the
Xena.
animation is it's a bit looser. Even when Pilot's
Yeah.
really fired up, it's more amped or pumped. She's more like spazzy.
There's some crazy in that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's
meant.
what I said. Adjectives. Again, here you see. She's actually like a pumped up thing here, but look at her fingers, the wrist, even the shoulder girdle. It's got low tensioning.
Like emotiveness.
She also has a lot of irreverence too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being like brought in by her energy to participate. Like it, whereas like
Yeah, like
so
play along,
natural say
more play along
approachability as
sort of
opposed
energy.
to
Yeah,
Yeah.
play. It's very
The
loose
direct
the
adaptive
animation.
is a stronger one in this case because with her Asiatic feature, she does have the broad, flat cheeks.
Yeah, I think that was something that threw me. And she seems like she has kind of a pronounced mouth too.
yeah. I think that threw me too. I'm guessing these eyes supposed to be
Okay,
shy.
here. You see she giggles. He gets quite engaged. You see here.
Okay, now do I bash it again? Right. Tell me the right thing to do.
Here, that's me. I believe those cheeks are flat, more so than I would see with the large face ones, whether it be offside or polar.
Roll it out. Okay. Roll it out. And it currently has 2 layers. 2 layers of faces. Okay. All right.
And I'm definitely getting the because this much animation with a pilot, the yang is coming out more. She's actually putting a lot of objective energy out here, but it's mainly just up.
Yeah.
She's playfully
Right
beating
here.
the shit out of that piece.
Exactly, and I believe again here that smile is activated.
And then we're going to do it again. What is that? So we're going to do
2 minutes.
17, so they're flatter and wider, but I believe the dark cheeks are same there.
Yeah, I could totally see it. From the moment you said Nijai, I was like, oh yeah, totally, I get it.
She has very good Z, but there's a lot of bubbliness and sort of
It's like
Yeah, I'm
Glenn is
really
out.
feeling it now. Like just
yeah.
more like a 5th gear kind of level. It's more obvious to me. Now you point it out.
Again here, even that was kind of yang thing. She retreated
It's
her
at 2 minutes 30.
2:36. She just, and even if you do this, that's like a thing, you know, like a conductor. She did it, and then she pulled back, her shoulders back, wrists slack.
Ah, she kind of reminds me of Trump, yo, Ben. A little bit. Trump?
Oh yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
which Trump you meant.
The Nijai Hearthstone player,
Okay.
not that one.
I'm like, if you mind you the other Trump, then I don't know that.
I can see that. I definitely.
Kind of do see that a little bit. Although she's got, I think, more like
I think
animated
she's a little
energy.
looser than him. Yeah.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah,
much
I think
more-
she's a bit more animated, but I think I can definitely see the connection. They're both like very playful.
But they're both silly.
But do have like some
Also, she
Z
said,
like.
well done. She was well done, and she leaned her shoulder away as the Japs.
Yeah, well, a lot of Z and a lot of playfulness. I think they both have.
We made something delicious like a power of exponentials.
And they're also both Asian, so there's
Yeah,
also riff,
that was
there as well.
yeah, definitely. All right, I feel pretty good on her. I'm not sure about everyone else.
Cool. And this actually does quite a lot. That there, she's kind of doing a yang gesture. Turns the palm up and retreats the shoulder.
Yeah. At 3:11.
I only passed that.
Fair enough. All right.
All right.
If we have time for one more, we're good.
Maybe one, if you want.
Let's do
Do you
one
have
more.
any optionals?
Well, to do is kind of.
There were a lot of tricky optionals.
Do a whole lot.
Zara, do
I
you
would
want?
say
Alexander.
yeah, Bard, Krishnamurti, and Harkness were all pretty tough.
Who got Alexander Barb? Was it just Shailene?
I think Jaylene.
Okay, let's do. Do you want to do Harkness? Is that a good one you said?
All 3 of those are, yeah. Sure.
Harkness. Okay.
Harkness is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I think only Jaylene got her too.
So we'll do Deborah, Harkness.
Alexander Barb were kind of more in the general
Be good.
region of the jazz.
Right.
You get to look at her and examine this trend of Xenite female writers.
Yeah.
I didn't actually guess on this one, but
Well,
So,
you'll have an
but
opportunity to be
it's okay.
educated then, before you do.
but I I won't be guessing on this one in the future either.
Which is
No, you won't.
learn about
Not on this.
Okay, so yeah, so
historian
we're looking
and
at
finds an Oxford
her.
A Xeni, right? She's a
Yeah,
Xeni.
so I did see, you know, objective and a Xeni user, so that was kind of like that was my starting point. Things that led me to deny is
She does have a really powerful head.
yeah, so
That's one thing I noticed. I was considering Xenon, actually.
her eyes also like are not didn't seem receptive.
Yeah, that's something that I also felt a little bit like I had trouble reconciling. I kind of felt like I was trying to make it work. Like who's that one? E.L. James one? That Nijai? Like I was trying to make that association. But then there was all these little things that made it seem off, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe she's a Naiji instead. But she doesn't seem like she's a subjective. So what's going on here?
Right. Okay. So this next one is a really good one because it shows her her torso and her gestures. I think it comes through.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a really long video.
We're zoomed out.
Okay. So I'm at I'm at 30 seconds. Okay. She's giving the intro, finishing that. Okay. And she's so one is her wrists, like right away, like bless you. There's no give on the wrist.
Yeah, she seems stately, just like the other Xeni female that we read.
The Xeni writers.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to get a better understanding of Xeni females now. There seem to be certain patterns that keep repeating.
Okay, so I fast forwarded to like 3 minutes 15 because that's when she really starts going and you can really see the gestures. And now she's doing these like spiky yang gestures and like I have this break in the wrist. She doesn't really like. She's like it's strong. Yeah, it's strong as she's doing this gestures.
She seems very natural. It seems very natural for her to be in the flow of like an you know, in the back and forth of a conversation. That seems to be like where she's getting a lot of her momentum from and strength.
Yeah, her articulation is very easy. The words just tumble out of her mouth.
She knows exactly when to expect and when like to speak, like, and then like the dynamics. Like that's something that I think all pilots share. They're just very, very naturally in tune with dynamics, and that has a certain kind of confidence that you can be able to see.
Yeah, her eyes also are piercing. Like they're piercing through the interviewer rather than receptive. They're like assessing.
Not like a Nija at all. Yeah.
She has this very like solid energy.
Yeah, very solid, exactly.
Nisha I don't tend to have as much.
And even the head movements, there's like very little viscosity on them. Alright.
She's also got like a very elegant way that she speaks too. I think that's.
Yeah, she does. For sure. Yeah, I really quite care for a lot of the Xeni altar riffs. Really cool. I like that.
Have good try.
Good job. Good night as well. Alright, we should go ahead and probably get started on the live read. So time to get that.
Go ahead and do that. All right, I should get the videos.
That was
Let me get it. All right. I think this guy has good videos. Now I have lots of options. John. Yeah.
There was actually one that we only one person got right, but we actually all guessed on. We could have looked at, but we don't have to look at that one.
Which one was that?
Alexander Bard.
I think you're right.
We were just talking about it before we switched to this one, and then I realized I actually hadn't guessed on this one, but I had on the other one. So if we feel like we're short on time, though, we can just move on, though.
Yeah, we have to move on to get the live read in. Who's that going to be, Mitchell?
It's John Hank. I'm getting the videos now.
Okay, cool.
He is the CEO of Niantic, the company that does Pokemon Go.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, cool. Pokemon Go. Everyone's talking about this.
And he did a lot of stuff with like Google Earth too.
It's never gonna be like Pokemon Red and Blue. Just forget about it. Right? I haven't played it all.
It's not my area of expertise.
Okay, here's this.
Have you
Give
played
us-
it, Mitchell? Yourself?
I'm sorry?
Have you played it?
Played what? Pokemon Go? Yes.
Is it good?
It's alright. It's just kind of a sort of casual, fun game.
Just collecting stuff, right? Not really any battles, not leveling
It's
up
not
or anything,
really,
I think.
yeah, I don't think it's quite as serious as the other Pokemon games. But it's fun.
It's a kiddie Pokemon game.
In as much as
one of
Pokemon
those.
games
It's
are
like a
serious.
It's a Pokemon game for the mobile market. I think is a good way of.
Exactly.
Sort of like Pokemon Snap was just like casual kind of game too.
Yeah,
You
a
want me
little more
to,
like that.
because you said you were having issues with the YouTube. Are you posting?
Yeah, I'll have to give you the link.
Okay. I can also look for video interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you give me
So I went
the,
on a usual computer as well, which doesn't help.
yeah. So you said it's John. What's the last name?
Hank.
Hank.
Here. Well, I mean, here's a video.
Hank.
I think I got a video. Here.
Okay.
Here, let's see.
All right. Awesome. Let me load it.
Oh no. What? Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Fast forward. And fast forwarding it. Okay.
He's on
So
the
he's
right
the guy on the red with the red shirt. The red T-shirt underneath the denim.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like he has a relative ease of articulation.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the link.
It's on the. Oh, you don't have chat. Okay.
Here, want me to send it to you via the.
Cool.
I could send. Oh, yeah, I could.
You can send it.
Wait.
I just sent it over.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're at 3:15.
Thank you.
Yeah. I guess one thing I'm noting is a relative ease of articulation so far.
Plan for something as, strange as a way that it took off socially and virally, so we just kind of play catch up. I wish we had everything provisioned in advance, but, over again, I'm not sure anyone of us would have anticipated that. Like even if they put the fires out now. Yeah, things are calmer now. We got the machines provisioned, and we've been rolling out,
Okay, so his gesturing. Oh no, what do you guys think? He did some gesturing.
Hard to say.
Really?
I'm not 100% honed in on him just yet.
Oh, I was just pointing out like the gesturing itself.
No, I know. I'm just saying like I'm not sure how to make of this gesturing just yet.
Okay.
He's got good articulation.
Yeah, right. It's interesting. At like 4:44, where he like ducks his head in and like has a smile as he's like active listening. Seems to me like it's a Shimu maneuver.
Yes. We started in Google 5 years ago, I guess, early 2010. And we created field trip with Greengrass, Pokemon Go. And that community was super strong. People seemed to really have fun going out, playing together, getting together with their friends. And so we were looking for another product to build on top of the infrastructure that we had for Greengrass. And we were thinking about Pokemon because it became more of a Pokemon story of Pokemon trainer, It's really the first big real world augmented reality game. And I think about it, and then at the same time, independently of that, a guy on our app team, Sanso Sonora, was collaborating with a company to do this whole smash up for Google Maps. And some of you guys saw that when on April Fools, Google Maps. And so we saw that. And
Seems like he's
So this guy's
probably a
the,
hunter.
so,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting myself.
is this guy the CEO of well, what do you say he was the CEO
Niantic Labs.
Oh, okay, so he's the entire company. Wow, they've made a lot of stuff, haven't they? Or is it just
Other
Pokemon?
things, yeah, and he worked with like Google Earth and stuff like that before that, so he's pretty experienced.
We're with them constantly. So the Tokyo are kind of the game and lore expertise of Pokemon, and what how do Pokemon behave in the world? All of what are all the kind of requirements and
I mean, I wonder if Pokemon Go uses Google. I hope it does.
And then there's a US where I handle a lot of our partnership activities. So, her email and
His eyes seem to like, I don't know, like widen sometimes in this like odd way.
Really successful.
I think the wide, it's like, it seems like when they widen your perk up, it looks to me like a laser, like a little, like a inner child laser.
Yeah, you think he's an IG. I understand.
I do. I do.
I'm thinking maybe if he could be a Vaiji or maybe a Naizi.
I think he might be a Vaiji.
That would be interesting. Interesting to explore, for sure.
Does he have like a? Does he seem to have like a pallor to him?
Okay, so so for this picture, for example, that I'm putting on chat, let me. So it seems to me, I don't know, what do you guys?
I got like web potential security risk message thing when I tried. Oh, my university actually blocked that web page. Like my university network was like, this is a dangerous web page. You cannot go here.
But that's probably because it has a viral feed. It has viral on the title.
What
That's
about
probably why.
Oh, because it says viral. It's like, this is dangerous.
In that one, it's
Don't
this is a virus. You cannot go here.
This fascia does get activated above the midline. Let me see this other one that's a little less smiley, but still.
Another video.
Yeah, I can see that one. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got like this like kind of casual beard thing going on, and sort of like you know. I wonder though if he just like kind of has that Mazoot, but still has the Vaiji energy possibly. I don't know.
Let's see here another one.
Because there's other pictures like where he looks more clean cut. It's like easier for me to see past it and see possibly concern the eyes.
Yeah, let me I'm putting a different one. Let me send you the link to this new video. Mitchell, Glenn, you have that. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
But let's go back in time because you're not.
His eyes seem dreamy to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like he has his head cocked,
Kind of
like
why you're into.
passionless as he's cocking his head with bursts of emotiveness that seem to be going above the midline, and his eyes seem soft, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Let's go back in time because you're not. You haven't been getting ready for the past, you're necessary for.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said there, Shailene.
I said, well, I said a few things about this that are hitting me about him. Is he had his head cocked to the right-hand side. It looked like dispassionate as he was doing that, and with bursts of emotiveness that were going above the midline. His eyes looked pretty dreamy, or looked pretty dreamy to me.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think?
he kind of has a look and a style that sort of reminds me of other Nye Alpha I've seen, but I'm not
Steve
entirely
Jobs,
sure.
when he was younger, for example, and
Yeah,
had hair.
He seems very like casual, very kind of like, you know, he's got like this cool like beard thing going on.
Well, with the beard, he kind of reminds me of Mitchell a little bit. I guess that's where I'm like.
That's actually a good comparison.
That's where I don't know.
But I just wonder because like I've seen some Vaiji who kind of seem a little more like casual, a little bit more laid back.
Okay, do we hear?
You know, even like businessmen and so forth, they can kind of still have the concern, and I feel like I might be seeing that. I don't know.
Yeah, do it. Well, do we hear drone? Do we hear drone in this?
Like right now, he's tightening his eyes. I think that might be a concern.
So do we hear drone in his voice, like by drone?
Here's the voice.
I think that might be drone, but I'm not sure.
A little skeptical of IG, but
I don't hear any drone personally.
Yeah, and that happens like that. It kind of sounds droney to me a little bit, but.
I keep getting like thoughts of like John Haggerty, the advertising executive. I'm wondering like if that could be a possibility, but I'm not sure. I think there might be differences.
The other thing is attention-based games.
I'll pull up a picture of him actually.
Yeah, tightening the eyes. Whenever he tightens his eyes, I see a greater increase of concern. I feel like. I don't see dissatisfaction when he tightens his eyes. It seems more like increasing the concern signal. Like when I tighten my eyes get like more dissatisfied, but the kind of intensity in his eyes seems more like detail, concern oriented.
I think it's also really cool that those people are collaborating and socializing as even people traveling internationally. Really an international. Was that something?
Do you have the beat?
I'm down to 2.
I was involved in making that. Seen that kind of emergence of
Sure. I believe so. Yeah.
I always think shame would be good.
All right. Clean shaven. Let me send the link. Okay, here's a new one. New video. Okay, I'm fast forwarding. Okay, I'm now at minute 15.
it's not viral.
I went right out of college. So I went to work for the government, worked at the State Department, moved to Washington, D.C., got a real job, moved overseas, Southeast Asia, D.C. And, pursued a career that wasn't fully my passion for a few years. I wanted to try to get
What was
Coast in the NBA was a way to sort of get
why
it.
do you what were you doing?
Anybody who messes around with computers, I play games, and I love programming games, and yeah, I thought that kind of entertainment was interesting, and I had this aspiration for starting a company kind of based around that when I came out to school.
Did you ever think business school was a place to deploy an interest in gaming?
I don't know. I thought it made sense to me. I mean, I knew something about computers.
I guess I'm pretty confident on Jess Hunter.
Having worked in the.
Yeah, I do definitely see how he could be a Naiji. I definitely could be wrong. I'm not like sold on Naiji either, or sorry, sold on Vaiji either. I don't know. He's hard. There's certain because like sometimes Naiji also have kind of like. Their eyes can look a little bit more concrete. And I think especially for like a businessman, is because their V kind of they can kind of have a V glazed over kind of look with their eyes, and that can sort of make their eyes look tired and a little less dissatisfied. But just there's them still being Naiji.
Yeah, I guess he's giving me like the one from Treehouse Masters. This is Pete Nelson.
He seems a little like kind of. That could just be the Zai that makes him, it's making him look tired. But he's a little bit like out of it looking right now, but I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay.
We're all trying to figure out how that would
Yeah,
go.
maybe that's not a good one. Okay, never mind.
And several companies got started by colleagues. So yeah, Steve and I started that company and we sold it.
I guess I don't know that I'm necessarily hearing drone. That's my thing. Like,
I write to what you're doing now.
but
Well, yeah, I mean, I took its hiatus from games for a long time, but you know, the latest stuff that I've been working on the past few years, so they're doing the mapping.
His hand's doing.
Games, and now we're doing geo.
definitely has. I mean, what it seems to be like Zai.
So
But,
Yeah, he seems really like cold and rigid.
well,
His voice sounds is very tired.
for sure. Measured. Yeah, he spends a lot of
Well,
time.
I think rigid is fine. I mean, if you know, kind of too like, it can sort of make it just Hunter tightly wound.
give us a little tour of the. We're very interested in this process of spinning in and spinning out, open innovation. You've been through that world intensely, right? What's been your experience?
But not entirely rigid, like not a rigid that I would associate with like a Xi Alpha, for example. I don't think.
Well, rigid, but perhaps in like a, I don't know, directive way. Maybe that's while also being cold, so combining it with that. But yes, I mean, the rigidity of a Ni Alpha is more yin than a Bi Alpha.
Satellite imagery visualization at Silicon Graphics, legendary Silicon Valley company, which is a small and
It was Jim Clark's big win. It was. Jim Clark, sort of a big enabler of Netscape and a lot of other things.
yeah, when I was in business school, at Silicon Graphics, it's sort of cool.
Right, it was the big time story.
But in any case, yeah, they had been working on visualizing large amounts of satellite imagery data. So the company that came out of that was People, and basically set a very ambitious goal of creating this digital Earth. Just crazily ambitious for a startup to try to do it, but we made a pretty good dent on it. And then after 4 years of building that, acquired by Google, and then there's no longer like Apple.
It's tough. I think I know what it is, but it's so. Well, I don't leave you guys think, but he's tricky.
So
So
we're going to look at business models.
one more video.
Yeah.
What was
Does that mean he's not a Jazz Hunter?
Oh, wrong.
Right? Okay.
He's an Ejai.
Yeah, we're good.
That would surprise me, but it's
He's
not
a
possible.
Okay,
no.
I mean, worth
I go, okay, here we go.
considering.
Well. That's pretty
Thank y'all
good.
for coming out here.
You see the full body as he interacts with another person.
Thank
Wait,
y'all
hold
for
on.
coming
I need
out
to
here.
grab the link first. Right, here's the
Joining us. So I figured we start a little bit in the backstory before we get to Pokemon Go. You sort of started at Google working on Google Earth, Google Maps, and all these products. And then you came up eventually with this game called Eagles. What's the inspiration for that? Thank you all for coming out here.
So I was really lucky. I helped start people that
Thank you all for coming out here.
and we worked on this Earth Viewer project, which became the became Google Earth basically. And I worked on maps and Earth and those related projects for about 6 years or so at Google. And that group grew from a few dozen people. I think we're about 30 people in 2004 to 2010, it was over 1,000 engineers and product managers and a couple of thousand contractors working on Google Maps. So it became this massive thing, and I wanted to go do something a little more entrepreneurial. I had been at several startups working with Google. And so, yeah, we were just thinking about, we built this map of the world. We had helped.
He doesn't seem to have a whole lot of charisma, but that could just be because he's a CEO.
I mean, I think he has
social things on
charisma.
So
I mean, I think he has leadership.
I mean, not really as much as I would expect from a Naiji who's developed this big thing.
He doesn't seem particularly warm, but he has a very kind of polished look to him.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be presenting himself as like this executive as opposed to this like creator of this thing, you know, this leader of this thing. More just like he sort of business casual kind of.
And as that product.
I mean, he's not charismatic right now. He's very like.
In your mind, and
he's just talking about it in more of a, and that could just be the eye possibly, but.
You described your company as an area with mission evolving about what we could add to
I think I have enough.
Those don't sound like normal mission statements or fun adventure.
He does kind of tilt his head down though a lot and kind of
how does that
and do like a full detachment quite often. Of course, he's kind of his attention's a little diverted right now from like the audience to the interviewer.
So we were looking at the area we wanted to explore and thinking about what we could add to, the universe of products out there that other people weren't doing. We weren't really interested in just kind of trying to copy somebody else's success or copy somebody else's formula. We wanted to try to explore a new area and see if there's something worthwhile in it. So we came up with a list of.
He's not like a Ben Brode, is what I'm saying.
Philosophy of things that would guide our decision making about what kinds of products we wanted to build. And one of them was, okay, if it's a game, you'll have to go out and move around to play it. You'll have to go outside and visit the places. We came up with this idea about seeing the world with new eyes, I think is how we put it. But the basic notion was that there's a lot.
No, like I'm not saying this is the case, but it certainly sounds like it could be the case that this could be a very consistent vocal pattern that is drone. Possibly. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm definitely open to the possibility that could be the case. Because he is speaking in kind of a monotone, and I understand that doesn't necessarily mean drone. Just the
screen time issue with my
could be a very consistent
away from these really compelling products that
worldview, possibly.
So that was, one of
you guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then social.
Oh, okay. I was trying to talk to you guys before, but no one was.
Couldn't hear you before.
Post Facebook.
Yeah. Are we ready to answer on him? I feel like
and people are making connections.
I'm feeling pretty okay about his case.
Updating status and doing all that, but translating that into the real world, we felt like
he is tricky. I get that. He is pretty hard.
I think stuff. Yeah. Because he looks sleep deprived. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's it. Like he just seems like out of it in every single like interview. He just doesn't look like he wants to be there. Almost, it's like.
Is that really? Maybe there's an element of that, or maybe it could be the fact that we're noticing like a kind of pallor. I don't know, like that kind of gives off that sort of.
Is he just like?
Or just tired energy of some kind.
I don't know, like maybe both. Maybe both. I think
because it seems like it could kind of go both ways. Because I know that like Naiji can kind of be like, you know,
Yeah.
they can look really out of it because they just don't. They're being drained by the situation. But then there's like Vaiji who are like just consistent. You know, they're the way they speak and they can.
But yeah,
kinda
there's
see.
even but there's like a difference, right? Like when like a Naiji that has energy versus a Vaiji that has energy versus a Naiji and
Yeah.
Vaiji that don't have energy.
So we're
Like-
absolutely sure he's Jez Hunter.
I think
Yeah,
he's a
maybe it's not, I
Jez
guess.
Hunter. The way he kind of hunched over in one of his interviews kind of made me think that like he
I mean, that's
was.
definitely the way I'm leaning as well. So I mean,
It seemed like that was
on that,
natural
100%,
state for him, but.
because Coach did make the comment that he's tough. So
And I'm also comparing him to like
I don't know if that
Stephen
was to like shake us
Colbert.
up.
That was no reflection on what you guys were guessing.
I know. I'm kind of joking.
And they considered a variety
Okay,
of
are we,
different internal.
You guys ready to put guesses forward?
Sure.
Okay, start off with you, Glenn. Where do you land on John?
Okay, for him, I'm gonna say Vaiji as my first. Then the Naiji is also very strongly being considered too, so that'll be my second. And then the Nizai can be third, and then the Nijai can be fourth. But I don't really think he's in the alpha.
Ben?
Yeah, I'll just do Vaiji and then Naiji, I guess.
He's so hard,
I'll go-
this guy.
Wait, and so I'll go with Naiji and then Vaiji. And how about you, Mitchell?
I'll go Naiji, Vaiji, and if they're like Nizai in there.
Okay, I believe he is Naiji. He
Look
gave me.
like the Treehouse Masters guy. Lena.
I can see that, but the things I mentioned, he didn't engage. He was not engaging me as a lot of the Naiji
But
I
I've seen
expected.
people in corporate. I've seen Naiji in corporate settings that have that energy, like it's more muted and it's more.
Yeah, they kind of go for this like polished, competent look,
Mhm.
not as much like very warm
Is
and
that
fuzzy
what
and
that is?
charismatic.
Oh.
And ironically for me, and I some of you guys also mentioned this, it wasn't just me. I actually wasn't thinking Baiji. For some reason, I was between Anaiji and Nizai.
Yeah, I consider Nizai a little bit too.
It wasn't bubbly. It wasn't
Nizai,
like
I think
bubbly.
he did have, someone mentioned before, he did have wide eyes sometimes, and I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out
but
what
I've
that
seen
is.
that phenomenon in Naiji.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying why I was thinking it. Because sometimes he had rather wide eyes for a hunter, and then also his gestures were he'd yin them up a lot. They're kind of floppy, a little bit like flippers sometimes, and they display back a lot. The last interview was actually good to see because you kind of see him, I thought, a bit more natural. He's hunched more. He was also massaging his hands in a more of a directive way, so that was helpful.
All right, his hands, they kind of looked a little bit weird before.
Yeah, I was trying to make voice because his voice has this very like tired, haggardy sound. I was like, what is
That
that?
is measured Zai, but I think in general had like more of the corporate like thing to it.
Lexicon to it.
Yeah, like more slow down.
His energy may have been a combination of just like being drained and also.
Yeah, like on those pictures, like I said.
And also possibly might actually just be sleep deprived too. which isn't uncommon for Naiji, even business executives, I imagine.
That's not very going fanatic on like this.
Yeah, so he's like a sleep deprived older version of Mitchell.
Oh no, I can be often pretty sleep deprived, especially when I'm in a more official environment.
So older and businessy more.
Extremely good at what he did. It was just one thing I was surprised is a lot of times Naiji, even ones who are more corporate-y or more official, when they talk about their pet projects, you do usually see even those perk up a bit more when they talk about their pet projects. So when you see him talking about like things that were like more like his wheelhouse, when he didn't light up at all, I was like, what am I looking at here?
It seems to light up in certain.
Maybe he's kind of secretive.
Like more calm, like here in the picture. I guess I've seen this kind of riff of Naiji and corporate. And,
what picture?
Just this one here. Put it on chat.
He's a CEO, but then he's a CEO of like Pokemon Go. I was like,
All right, nice.
Oh, is that him on the right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Look, wait, is that like a Doctor Who thing?
Yeah, it must be at their offices. It's Ingram. It's the game, I guess. Maybe
Doctor
related
Who
to. Yeah, it's
box.
Doctor Who sort of box. Yeah, yeah. It just
All right
it's like
then.
more attached, like in sleep.
No, I do like seeing kind of risks playing role playing games, things like that. But like I said, just kind of tired a lot.
Yeah.
Mr. Hank.
No, nothing against it, but I think we all want to talk about. We've seen Nige be CEOs
Yeah, but
of,
like this picture here, he looks like happy.
Bored out of his mind.
I have to do another Google Hangout in a few minutes, so we have to go ahead and call this one. Is there anything before we sign off?
I'm good.
Good. Okay.
Oh,
now-
Mitchell? Did you want to talk about something or something?
No.
Okay. You said you want to talk about something after the hangout. But,
Yeah, but I'll.
All right.
One second.
Yeah, we'll stay on, but say goodbye to the world.
Bye,
Bye,
world.
world.